February 23rd, 2023. I don't know why I used that voice there, but I did. Can't take it back. Could do the Rod. Take the Panthers. He always does that. Stupid voice inflection. Take the Panthers.
Take the Panthers.
He says it like 8 times. Then at the end, take the Panthers.
Or like says like the team, like the game at the end, like, okay, take the over. Panthers, Leafs.
That's exactly what. Panthers, Leafs. Did your balls get cut off halfway through your explanation? Is that what happened there?
Yeah, that's what happens when you work with when you do videos with someone every day. You pick up on those little nuances.
I pick it up on the show all the time.
Yeah.
Anyways, NBA's back today. Rod's out still. What did Rod say he's out? He's out with because he's an asshole. Is that what he said? Something like that. He'll be back. Phone's ringing.
Yeah,
Pizza? Uber Eats?
Potentially. I'm not answering the diarrhea hotline. Oh,
Uber Eats?
Not today. Uber Eats is it's Uber Eats.
Nice. How are things at home, Chris?
Yeah, they're okay. I had to fend for myself today. Didn't have my personal chef to make me breakfast, so I had to order something. I'm kidding. It's all good. Good day today. You know, it's unfortunately living through a snowstorm right now, so hoping everything stays up.
Living through a snowstorm.
Yeah.
That sounds
fun. Do you miss it? Do you want me to send some down to you?
No, thanks.
But I have plenty I can share.
What else is happening?
Honestly, not much. Like you said, NBA back today. I'm excited. I had to pick apart that card, try to see if I could find an edge. But it's like we always talk about. The break affects a bunch of teams differently. Want to see if teams can pick it up and pick up where they left off, or if maybe they needed the break, maybe they didn't need the break, maybe it came at the worst time. So.
Anyways. Yeah, pretty exciting. Pretty thrilling stuff.
What about you? How was your morning?
So busy, I can't even explain it to you. I just got off a call with my accountant. It was very exciting. A lot of detail. What's this $83 from last February? Miscellaneous? Okay. I was getting nervous.
Why is there a $300 charge from the Hot Sauce Club of the month?
You got a lighting issue over there.
Yeah, I know. Now everything's going off. Everything's going off on me today. Jeez.
That's what she said. Anyways.
Darn it. I never get hit with that's what she said. I'm always the one that delivers it.
That's what she said.
I'm gonna get you one of these days. You're gonna be just sitting there and gonna be like, oh yeah, remember that time February 23rd? Yeah, that's what she said. That's gonna be my goal. Maybe by the end of the show is to pull one back.
That's what she said.
Oh gosh, I gotta do two.
All right, let's go to the NBA. It's time. Chicken Nuggets visiting the Cavaliers. We got the Pacers and the Celtics. The Magic versus the Pistons. Any of these things look appealing to you in any which way?
I was leaning towards the Celtics laying the points. The Pacers, they entered the break on, they won a game entering the break, snapped their losing streak, and we got to see how the Boston Celtics sort of fare without Jaylen Brown, or at least for the next little bit. But I still think they're the far better team here. The reason Indiana was struggling, a lot was just because they couldn't stop anybody from scoring. They like to, play those track meets earlier on in the season, but yeah, now that the offense is dried up for the Pacers, and it's made it hard for them to keep themselves in games. So I'm taking the Celtics laying the points there.
I'm going to jump on the chicken nuggets here at Cleveland. I know Cleveland's, pretty good home team, 25-6 straight up, 20-10-1 against the number. And I know the chicken nuggets just 12-16 against the number on the road, 500 on the road, but I don't care. They're the better team. They got the best record in the Western Conference. They're going to show it as they come down the stretch here. Maybe Jamal Murray won't play if we get lucky. Sixers taking on the Grizz. The Raptors taking on the Pelicans, and the Mavericks against the San Antonio Spurs. What do you think?
Yeah, I like the Spurs here. It's hard for me to lay 14 points in an NBA game, especially with the Dallas Mavericks, who 5-20-1 as a favorite of 5 or more points this season. And the first meeting between these two teams was only decided by 1 point. I know, the addition of Kyrie Irving's given, a secondary scoring option for Dallas, but I don't know. I just think this just feels like too many points. I think you could see a little bit of rust for Dallas coming out of the break. I know the San Antonio Spurs probably going to finish with the worst record in the NBA this season, but I don't know. I think, like I said, I think it's
Not
just
if
too
the
many
Pistons
points.
have anything to do with it.
Yeah, this is true. they're like hold our beer. No, I just like I said, I think this is just too many points. For 14 points in an NBA game is tough to begin with, but yeah, like I said, I think this is just maybe a sleepy effort from the Dallas Mavericks, who haven't much, still been one of the worst cover teams in the NBA this season. So give me the San Antonio Spurs here.
Where's Rod? Called in with a case of being the assholes. All right. He's not here, so we can continue to talk about him. Got plenty of time to talk about Rod. Not saying he's an asshole. I'm just saying he called in the case of the assholes. There's a difference. I like the Spurs too. I think the Mavericks as a favorite is pretty much just a wonderful place to be if you're on the other team. The Spurs just 10-19 against the number on the road. I think they make it 11-19 here. I think they're going for 11, Chris. I think they're going to do it. And I think, Kyrie and Luka, they haven't won one game where they've played together yet, still for the Mavericks. That's where we left off on this fairy tale. I also like the Pelicans against the Raptors. And yes, they are the Craptors. Just 17-14 against the number at home this season. Generally a better home team than this, because really no one wants to go to Canada, and all they're doing is sulking the whole time that they're there. Meanwhile, the Pelicans, I think, when you have a team that's missing their main guy, the rest has to help everybody else that's carrying the weight on their back, especially Ingram, who's frail to begin with. In a good kind of way.
That's what happens when you're 6'7" and 120 pounds.
Mm-hmm. He is anorexia then.
Yeah, like very, very. He's very lanky.
Not gonna say it. He didn't play Karen Carpenter in the Broadway musical. I don't know. It's just certain guys they just can't put on, the meat on their bones. Sean Bradley was like that. I wonder if Chet Holmgren's bulking up in the offseason.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Hanging out with Joey Chestnut. The thing is, I bet you a guy like Chet Holmgren eats probably, 10,000 calories a day.
Yeah. It's like you just see Chet Holmgren standing in a room. Someone opened up the. Is it, who opened up the window? Boom, and he falls over. Add 3 months to the recovery time.
Utah Jazz versus the Thunder Buddies. Got the Lakers against the Warriors, and Sacktown up against the Blazers.
I think the only one I can lean towards here is the Lakers laying the points. I love the Golden State Warriors, but they were struggling on the road again entering the All-Star break. I think they had lost their last 4. I think they'd gone 0-3-1 against the spread in that stretch as well. The Lakers need to, turn it on now. Post All-Star break, we're starting to look at the home stretch. They were playing well with their new pieces going into the break. I think I'm getting a concerted effort here from Anthony Davis, D'Angelo Russell. And the Lakers just won the last meeting in Golden State by 6. I think going back home, they can get themselves at least a win and cover, take advantage of Golden State's road struggles. So give me the Lakers laying the points.
I'm going to take the Thunder Buddies for life. 28-29, but the Thunder are on the inside looking out at the playoff race. They're a play-in team. Yeah, they are. I don't think it's a great place for them. I think, it's kind of it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's like they go into the playoffs. They're probably not going to get that far, but at least they'll get playoff experience, and they will go back to the lottery because they're in the play-in. So maybe it isn't such a horrible place for them. There, I talked myself into it. Thunder. Thunder.
I was going to try to hit the high note, but I didn't want to ruin anything. Yeah.
At least Rod's not here to sing it. He is the worst singer of all of us.
I've always wanted to pull out the, hey, who sings that song? Oh, AC/DC. Yeah, can we keep it that way, please?
Capitals versus Ducks. Lightning versus Sabres. Penguins versus Oilers. And the Devils taking on the Kings. Not the Sacramento Kings, the Los Angeles Kings.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Buffalo Sabres and Tampa Bay Lightning over 7 if you can get it at 6.5. I have seen it in places, but I just think there's going to be some shoddy goaltending here. Tampa Bay should be able to get 4 or 5 on Buffalo, but Buffalo's played well on the road themselves this season. The last meeting did finish 6-5 in favor of the Lightning, so I think there could be value here with the over and Buffalo plus 1.5. I also lean towards the under 6.5 in the Kings and Devils. Just two teams with some solid goaltending, and I look for LA to give New Jersey a run, but I think that's the first to 3 wins that game. So take the under 6.5 there.
Nice. Good story.
Richie Puck, see anything?
Check out my 7 free picks in just 5 minutes. Changed it.
There you go.
Did you see it today?
I caught it, yeah.
I changed the style. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did.
Reformatted it. What do you think?
I like it.
Make my
Switch it up a little
big?
bit. Keeps it for, huh?
Does it make my ass look big?
Next question. We're on to Cincinnati.
I'll take that as a yes. I don't know. I'm kind of liking the Oilers here on the puck line. But then against the Oilers, so I'll probably just stay away. Sabres, Lightning. I think all the values on Sabres on the puck line as well. I think you can put a little something on the money line there too. And the Kings too. Puck liners. But big price. Got the Blue Jackets taking on the Smudge. The Red Wings against the Rangers and the Blues against the Canucks. What do you think?
Yeah, I like the Red Wings at home against the Rangers. Both these teams coming in hot. Detroit winners of 7 of 8. New York, they lost back-to-back games. Prior to that, they won 6 in a row. But Detroit, they normally play their best hockey at home. We're getting plus 140 with them, and I think that's it's enough value for me to take a shot on the Red Wings. But I think the game I actually like more in this time slot, surprisingly, is actually the Vancouver Canucks at even money against the St. Louis Blues. Um, I don't know what the St. Louis Blues are doing right now. Trade away their captain, they trade away one of their best players, and then all of a sudden there's rumors coming out that they're still going to be buyers at the trade deadline trying to make a move for Timo Meier, one of the better players left available. It doesn't make sense to me. At least the Vancouver Canucks, while they're losing, they're at least being able to score goals consistently. I think St. Louis lost their last 2 games 11-3. So I'll take a shot with Vancouver and the plus money in this one, or even money.
Crazy. It's nuts. God, I hate hockey. I really hate it.
Well, it'll be winding down soon.
I'll take the Rangers on the puck line. I'll take the Canucks on the puck line. Vegas versus Calgary. Well, that's an easy. There's at least we have an easy one. Everyone likes an easy one. The Kraken against the Bruins, and then the Sharks against the Predators. Sounds like a Predators Vegas parlay to me. What do you think?
Yeah, I could get on board with that, but I do like Vegas. With Calgary on the back-to-back, I just don't trust anything about Calgary, and I like Vegas. I like the goaltending that they have there, and I think they can get the win at home. It's a decent price to fade Calgary as well. I'm never sad about that. So give me Vegas, decent price. I also like Boston in regulation against the Seattle Kraken. I just think Boston just a far better team in that matchup, and Seattle, that loss to San Jose is still stuck with me a little bit. So I'm going to take Boston that one in regulation, and I'm with you. I'll take the Predators, laying the cheap price against the San Jose Sharks, who still have won just 6 games at home this season.
I like the Predators in Vegas. Go to college hoops. Not my best day. Yesterday. North Dakota against Western Illinois. I stuffed Ruffalo with this one on the videos. Happy about that.
Wasn't as bad as you think.
Oh, yeah, it was. Ohio State, Penn State, FAU, UTSA, Memphis, Wichita, Charlotte, North Texas, Wright State, Oakland, Charleston, Towson. Anything up until 7 o'clock that you like?
I do like Charleston laying the points against Towson. I think Charleston's just a better team, and Towson tends to rely on defense just a little bit too much for my liking to try to win basketball games. And again, I don't think that's going to fly against Charleston, whose heads and shoulders have been one of the best teams in the Colonial this season. And Charleston's still a half game back of Hofstra for the top spot in the Colonial. So I think it's just going to be all hands on deck for Charleston here. Don't take any chances. Just win this one as easily as possible. to avoid any mishaps from happening, and putting Hofstra in the driver's seat for the title there. So I'll take Charleston laying the points, and I'll take the over between Wright State and Oakland. I just don't see a ton of defense being played in that one. It's been the story for Oakland all year. So give me the over between Wright State and Oakland.
I like Monmouth against Hampton. Hampton's terrible this season. Monmouth is bad too, but I think Monmouth at least is playing better. I like Northern Kentucky against Detroit, getting the 1.5. They should be favored in this game. I personally don't understand it. I just can't get past it, Chris. Why is Detroit favored over Northern Kentucky? I have no idea. Fairly disinterested versus St. Francis. St. Francis versus Sacred Heart. They can't make their mind up. Play both. Let's play two. I also like Penn State against Ohio State. Looks like the Sharps are on Ohio State. Do you like when you get the unsubscribe and you go to unsubscribe from the email list and it's like they give you another one? Are you sure you want to unsubscribe? Well, I never subscribed in the first place. So it's like, I don't know how you got my freaking email. Do you have any like enemies that you just sign up for lists? Like any people you know that you just sign them, you just use their email and phone number for everything?
100%.
Yeah, I do too.
Yep.
My old business partner.
Yep. Telemarketers.
Yep, I use his phone number for everything.
Yep.
Yep. Oops. Some call it juvenile.
It's thinking a step ahead. It's a big brain move.
I'm against you on that Towson Charleston game. I think Charleston's got some issues here. I think Towson can hit those threes. I think that's the issue here, is that Charleston can't defend the three. Well, they do defend the three, okay, but Towson can really hit them. And yeah, when you have a team that can hit threes like that, they're always dangerous in the dog roll. The Vaqueros versus the Eggs.
Vaqueros Rancheros.
Yes. C. Tarleton State against Utah Valley. Oral Roberts against South Dakota. South Dakota State versus Kansas City. Michigan versus Rutgers. Illinois versus Northwestern. Weber State versus Eastern Washington. Regular Washington versus Cal. Colorado versus USC. UCLA, Utah. Cal State Santa Barbara versus Long Beach. What up, Beaches? Stanford versus Washington State. Can't believe I fit it all in.
That's what she said. Told you I was going to get one by the end of the show.
I set you up.
Yeah, you did. You tossed that one to me underhand. I really want to talk about a match between Vaqueros and the Huevos, but I can't. There's nothing for me there. Going down the list, I do like Northwestern plus the points against Illinois. I think Illinois definitely could win that game, but that just feels like a 3 or 4 point game at most. If Illinois wins that one, Northwestern's been really good lately. It'll be interesting to see if they can carry that over onto the road. I think they can. So take Northwestern plus the points there. I'm also going to take Little Rock plus the points. I'm just trying to find it. I just had it. Against SIU Edwardsville. SIU Edwardsville, in the favorite role, it's not only been failing to cover in a lot of games, but they've also been losing the games outright. And I think that Little Rock has a shot, maybe even potentially steal this game, but I'm going to take Little Rock plus the points there. And there was one more that I liked. I like the over between Gonzaga and San Diego. A little bit concerned. I don't want to lay points with Gonzaga to begin with, but even at home, you worry because they got that game against St. Mary's on deck.
2 days
Maybe
away.
they're looking,
Plus they close out the season with Chicago State.
hold me back, please. For the love of God, hold me back against Chicago State. Um, yeah, I think they could look past San Diego, but I think San Diego could get some buckets themselves here. 163.5 is a sky high total, but how many times we've seen Gonzaga top 100 points at home this season in conference play? I think multiple times. So I'm gonna go with Gonzaga and San Diego over 163.5.
I like a few games here. I like Long Beach State against UC Santa Barbara. I've really been less than impressed with the Gauchos this season. I also like Santa Clara against Pepperdine because Pepperdine just is really a non-entity, and any chance I get to fade Pacific, I have to. So I'm taking St. Mary's in that one. We only get to fade Pacific a few more times this season. Cal is really bad. They're really bad. Really, really, really bad. Taking Washington in that one. And yeah, that's probably about it for me in that whole stretch of games. It is that kind of card. I guess it's time for me to do my parlay. There's a lot of different ways we can go with this. What should we do? College hoops or do no, let's do college hoops. What the hell? Of course, these videos can also be seen on Instagram. These are parlays that go on Instagram. I do it live here on the show every day. All right, I see one half of it. All right, we'll do two halves of it. Hi, it's Mitch from PickDogs.com, and it is Thursday, February 23rd, 2023, here with today's Pick Dogs parlay. For the first half of the parlay, let's go to Detroit, where the Titans taking on Northern Kentucky. They call it Detroit Mercy. I say they're going to be begging for mercy in this one. I don't even understand why they're laying points in this thing against the Norse. I'm going to go with Northern Kentucky here. We're getting points with the better team. Nothing wrong with that. And same situation in our next game. We go to Hampton, where Hampton takes on Monmouth. Monmouth's had a miserable start to the season, but as of late, really not that bad. 5-5 in their last 10 games. That they're a 6-23 team, so they were 1-23 heading into that stretch. Meanwhile, Hampton 7-22 on the season, 4-6 in their last 10. I know they're 7-3 against the number in their last 10. Not good enough for me. I'm taking Monmouth and the points. So to recap my parlay, I'm taking NKU and Monmouth. This is Mitch. Have an awesome day. Hi, it's Mitch from PickDogs.com, and it is Thursday. There you go.
Well, let's join forces. I got a 2-teamer as well. Let's make it a 4-teamer.
Well, we got Monmouth, so we give us a lot of Jersey songs. We could use Bon Jovi.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I know it's going to be. So I can't play it on the air, but yeah, it's going to be Bad Medicine.
Okay. So let's go. We'll go with yours. We'll go Northern Kentucky and Monmouth, and I'll add mine. I'll go Northwestern and Little Rock. So like a 2-teamer there, but we can parlay up both parlays. Go with a 4-teamer in that one, as far as I'm concerned.
Couldn't find Bad Medicine. It's my life. It's now or never. I don't
ain't gonna live forever.
Thanks everyone for joining us. Let's make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you.